just to go back on something you mentioned earlier, and it is something I'm talking to a lot of students about now, because it is that when you do fail an exam, and we've all failed an exam, and I think sometimes students look at us talking and kind of go, you've never failed an exam in your life. Believe me, that is not true. And to be honest, I am personally, and James looked like he might be talking from first-hand experience, that believe me, we haven't had a nice, easy ride to any of the qualifications we've got, and everybody has challenges. But I guess the whole feeling when you fail an exam that you're not good enough, and all of those type of things. But I'm trying to work with people now and kind of concentrating on the positives, because you've already failed. So it's all about that resilience to get up and learn from it, isn't it? Really, rather than kind of saying, I'm not good enough for ACCA, this will never work for me, and kind of throwing this towel in early.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I started recording ACCA videos on my YouTube, and I'll be honest with you, and I was sat there and I was there going, am I going to put out that I failed advanced taxation? And am I going to put out that I failed advanced audit assurance? What will people think? And, I remember walking into work that day afterwards when I got the results, and I just went, oh my gosh, I feel so bad today. But trust me on this, I learned so much more about myself from failing and coming back better as a result. I was just there going, I'm actually really sort of pleased I failed on it. And it's a case of, yes, that in the world of ACCA, there are prize winners who get 90 odd. But at the end of the day, you just need 50 plus to pass. And in the famous words of my old colleague, Tom, who I used to work with, he said, James, just remember this. And he'd failed ACCA exams before. He just went, James, I always go into every exam aiming for 100, but achieve 50. And I just went, yeah, fantastic stuff on that. It's stuck with me ever since. But it can be tough. But
And in no job interview I've ever been at has anybody ever asked me what marks I got in my ACCA exams. They've never asked me how many times I've attempted my APM paper or my AFM paper. They only ever say, oh, you're qualified ACCA. Yes, brilliant. And then they move on. So it's not on your record. It's not a negative thing. It's actually somewhat a positive thing. I've also met people who have passed their exams. I have sat with some prize winners. I have interviewed some prize winners, and they have different challenges when in their future careers. So I don't think it's all about getting 90. I think learning some of those lessons now, nobody wants you to fail, but if you have, actually, you have to take the positives out of it as much as you possibly can.
Yeah.